Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rock Room. Yeah, I got a selfie stick. Actually, I had this for a while. I just dug it out. So, yeah, we're gonna do another video this week. Not sure if I want to show you some moss I've been cutting, or some jaspers I've been cutting, or maybe some cabs I've been working on right there. But first we're going to look at this. I'll show you this. Whoa. Yeah, watch that, right? Tighten that thing down. I know there was so much action going on. So I was at a rummage sale, and I seen some stuff at a rummage sale, and I thought, yeah, I could use those. So let me stop this, turn around, I'll show you what I got. Okay, so everybody knows, organization is key when it comes to your rock stuff. So I had got these bins, and if you look, these are pretty big bins, and actually what they are is they're like produce bins. So this one had fresh farm green beans, and like I say, these are some pretty big bins. If I look, like if you go in this one and you pull out a rock, these are big bins. So I got lots of them. I got these for $1 a piece at the sale. And I don't have them all labeled, of course, yet, but they're all full. They're all full of rocks. Even this one's down in the bottom are all full of rocks. So yeah, so $1 a piece. I mean, can you go wrong with $1 a piece? So yes, I finally have all my rocks in nice bins: moss, green moss, jaspers, coppers, lapis. And then you go right on down the line. So yes, I got some of them labeled, some of them not. But yeah, sweet. So now I got all these nice labeled bins for all my rough rock. And this is all rough rock in here, obviously. So then that kind of frees up these racks. Now I can use for just slabs. And this is all stuff that's already just slabbed. So this is stuff that's already slabbed and ready to go. And I got some slab bins over there too. So yeah, so it makes things easier if you can keep things copacetic, have things where you need them. I mean, I still have more. Yeah, we always got, yeah, everybody's got buckets. So we got buckets and bins, and I got, buckets over here. And this is all, cool rocks. More rocks, more bins of rocks, more buckets of rocks. But yeah, so those are, things that are in the process of doing whatever. So yeah, so it kind of helps to have everything kind of semi-organized. So when you're working on stuff, looking for stuff, especially the labeling, because I know, and trust me, I have bins too that are, what's the word? Miscellaneous, right? What's in there? I don't know. Been freaking how many years since I even looked in there. I got buckets that I haven't even. I mean, I probably haven't dug down into in years. So I have stuff that, who the heck knows what's in there. Probably anybody's guess what's in there. So yeah, so eventually I'll be keep going through this stuff. Those bins, boy, that really helped. I think I got like 50 of them or something. Let me see, 20, 40, yeah, 40 some of them I got. And they're all full. So that's full of different types of rocks. So over 40 different species just out there of rocks or varieties, much less the the fossils and then the shelves of you know, 1-ofs and stuff like that. So you know, a lot of the stuff will never go into bins because of course I'm out of bins. So if I got any other varieties, they ain't gonna go in a bin. So yeah, so this week, so anyhow, get back to me rambling on. Forget about me rambling on. I'll show you some stuff that I was cutting this week. Let's take a look. All right, here's one of the first moss. And this is the AZ moss agate stuff. So we got tons of that to cut. I got still, like I say, bins and bins and bins of this stuff I have to cut up yet. I don't have to cut up, but I do cut up and turn into cabs. So it's a good piece. One little fracture. This is the outside skin here. One little fracture going across the top, but the rest of it's pretty solid. So yeah, real pretty looking stuff here. Not real bright for color play, but got some good browns, even a little bit of green mixed in there. You can see that right on the edge of that green. But yeah, real pretty looking moss. Now here's the next one I started cutting on. You can see on the outside it's kind of tough to get this cleachy on there. But yeah, another nice looking piece. And this is a pretty thick slab here. Very translucent. It's got this nice looking blue and red up on top, and it's got the layer of, you know, the gold or brownish color, and then it's got this thin layer of brown on the bottom. But yeah, real pretty looking blue in there too. And of course this is the other side, and again it's got that same pattern, even a little, you know, the white stuff. It's kind of soft. You can see how soft it is. So, but yeah, nice looking moss. Now with the Arizona moss, you do get kind of more of this agate type. I mean, it's still moss, but it's more of an agate than it is. I mean, it's obviously a moss agate, right? But I mean, it has this big band of chalcedony. This piece fractured, but yeah. So it's got the moss wrapped around. I'm gonna drop this here. It's got the moss wrapped around that nice pocket. And this, of course, has got a nice little pocket in there too. And you because it's dirty, so you'd have to clean this out. But yeah, kind of cool. You know, it's got this, it's not a crack, but, you know, a formation line in there, maybe here too. But, yeah, and it's got this real cool looking pattern on the bottom. And I quit cutting this just because, you know, this is pretty tough to find anything usable in here. I mean, you could definitely get some usable stuff in here, but it's going to be thinner stuff. So yeah, it's kind of cool. More of a display piece than anything else, but definitely nice. All right, here's the next piece. Oh yeah, and I was going to say too, you know, for those of you not aware, we had some really wicked weather go through here. We had a tornado go through just, I don't know, like 5 miles from here. It's not the first one, but hopefully it'll be the last one. So yeah, so our neighbors just to the east of us got hammered. So I hope them people are doing okay. I heard of a lot of damage, a lot of trees down and stuff like that. We lost power for 9 hours, and I finally got a hold of a generator. We have a little generator, but I got a big generator, thinking, because we had heard online that it was going to be a couple days. And then as soon as I got the generator here, fired it up, of course the power came on. So, well, that's good, I guess. So, okay, so here's the next one. And this one, Yeah, this is not cut here. We had like a big divot in there, but you can kind of see this, and ooh, that might be pretty cool. And of course, you can see this is where this was, so it's got these big voids that were in there, but alright, what a pretty piece. Put that down here and zoom in a little. But yeah, pretty looking piece. Alright, here's another one I just started cutting on. And yeah, look at that. Again, not colorful. Nice big eye right there. Mosquitoes swarming here. So yeah, not real colorful, but yeah, what an amazing pattern. Beautiful looking pattern on that. That is just crazy, right? Nice. Oh, mosquitoes are nuts. So yeah, you got that agate on the top and the bottom. Nice looking orbs there, or eyes, and then. But yeah, what a beautiful pattern in there, right? Nice. And then that's all I cut on this. Of course, I'm cutting these on the mosquito. Cutting these on the small saw, so that's why they're kind of. Although I don't think this is the saw mark as much as it was. But this is a big saw divot there, so they're not as smooth as what I do on the regular saw. But I had bigger rocks I'm cutting on the other saw. So. Yeah, nice looking piece. Okay, here's the next one, and again, this looked more of just a big agate one, and yeah, that's what it turned out to be, just a big. We still got some moss in it, but oh, that's cool looking. That little formation right there. Oop. A little sprig. Oh, look at right there. That's the camera bouncing around here. A little face right there, right? Oh. So yeah. Here's the next one. Now it's starting to get, turn this upside down here. Now the agate's kind of shrinking, you're getting more moss. Interesting looking piece. Half agate, half calcite agate, half moss agate. You know, very translucent. And then with these, with that softer stuff, you always get that crap starting in there. But definitely some workable material in there. Pretty big chunk here left to cut yet. Alright, now here's a nice looking red piece. And, yeah. Nice looking red. Got all those little sparkly flecks in there. There's a nice thick chunk we'll use for a, because it's red, we use for a heart. But again, it's got this little flecks all over in there. See those little
tiny little flecks all over inside the moss. Alright, here's the next guy. He started whacking on here, and nice. Really, I don't know if you can pick up that depth of that moss, but yeah, that's a beauty. Really kind of reaching up from the bottom. A nice looking blue, very translucent. Now it's starting to get some red along the bottom. Nice cool looking agate in there, or fortification banding. Nice. And again, when I talk about depth, if you can see the depth or the translucency in here, it's probably pretty tough to see unless we backlight it. So now if you see there, you know, nice looking piece. Alright, here's next big chunker. It's got some cool looking green on there, and yeah, there was the first, not the first, I actually cut the scab off here already. Yeah, wow, nice. Beautiful looking moss. Look at that piece. Let's shrink it down here a little bit more. It's a very busy rock there. Got that cool looking green mixed in with the red up there. It's got these nice kind of sprays going on here. Beautiful mix of color. Yeah, wow, what a beautiful piece. And now here's the last one I cut. Not the last one, but the last one I'm going to show. This stone was a monster, so this is going to have a lot of cuts. And boy, would you look at that. The biggest stone in the box was definitely the most colorful, as far as, you know, the bright reds and stuff like that. So yeah, what a pretty rock. Alright, here's the next slab end. Yeah, wow, right? It's got some nice green, although it's pretty soft, but this piece has, you know, you do get a lot of fractures in this moss, just how it's formed, but this piece has nothing. Oh, I speak of the devil, right there's a nice fracture going through, but it looks like it's just on the outside. This was the outside. So yeah, this piece doesn't seem to have any fractures in there, and yes, what a colorful beauty. And here's the next piece in. This is, it's not drying out, it's the oil from this oil saw. But yeah, wow, right? What a nice piece. And like I say, this is big. This is a, you know, it's big as my hand. This is a nice size piece. Beautiful looking moss. And like I say, completely free of fractures. There's no fractures, no soft spot. That's normally like a little soft mucky spot in there. No, this is nice and solid. And here's the translucency of it. You know, yeah, beautiful material. All right, here's the next piece. You just see, just continues on. And again, this isn't a soft spot. You know, it's got a weird looking look to it. And this is, again, very translucent. Really fucking freaking mossy. Sorry for that slip up there. Beautiful. Next piece again. And that onyx on the outside. Kind of cool looking, but you know, it's usually pretty soft, so starting to get a couple little vogs forming in there. Here's next. If we could, you know, if I had some sunshine, but we already had our one sunny day this year in Wisconsin, so now we gotta wait till next year. But if I could take this out in the sun and show you the colors, you know, how it looks in the sun. So this is just this crappy light here I have in my garage, but yeah, nice big vog in there, pretty. Like I say, just one giant slice after another, and it just, you know, keeps going on and on and on. Getting some more of that green. That's more of a solid green there too. And the next slice. And the next slice. Now this is starting to get that some more green down in the bottom, and it's starting to get that matrixy stuff. So yeah, so it just keeps on more and more. This like I say, this stone is huge, so I just keep cutting more and more of these slabs off of here. So this is the last piece I'll show, but yeah, pretty freaking nice. And then of course, the stone I made with that one of the early ones I showed. Nice looking moss. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Nice looking brown, and then it's got that purple, that purpley blue. Pretty piece. Okay, here's another one I did. That red with the brown. And here's another one I did with the red. This is that one, they had them white little flecks all over in it. And then here's the last one I did here. This is the one that had that green, the green in it.
So yeah, that was that moss, the more of the Arizona moss agate. Same stuff that comes out of Brian and Julie's from AZ Rock Counting Adventures Expeditions. I'm sorry. Beautiful looking moss agate from down that part of the country. So yeah, if you're ever down there in Arizona, look them up and book a trip with them, and you can find that stuff for yourself. Beautiful, beautiful stuff, beautiful material. Love working with that moss stuff. So yeah, like I say, I'm cutting a bunch of other stuff too, and we're doing this and doing that. So yeah, staying busy. Got some stuff we got to do from the storm damage and stuff like that. So busy, busy, busy. We're always busy. Everybody's lives are busy, right? So yeah, thanks for watching. Maybe I rambled on too much at the beginning. Yeah, whatever. We all have our rambles, right? So, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, showing you like it, appreciate it. It helps the algorithms. Comments are always welcome. So, yeah, thanks everybody. See you soon in a rock room near you. No, near me, right? So, have a good one. See you next week.